Okay, this is New Star Radio 98.7 FM in Birmingham, and I'm joined here with
Kid Ink. What's going on, man?
Kid Ink, you got a lot of hype about you at the moment, but I must say, your latest single, you kind of gave me grey hairs, you know.
Appreciate that, man. I feel like, it's definitely one of those ones that I've had a lot of big songs before, but this is a song that everyone keeps saying, yo, this is your one. This is that void you've been missing. This is that record that's really going to stamp you and have people open their eyes. So I'm pretty excited, man.
Definitely, because I've been banging it for about a good 7-8 months now. It was in my top 10. You must have seen me. Well, you haven't loads of people tweeting you, but you must have seen the tweets. Of course, man. I
already know the support, man, and definitely the support that happens over here is way responsive, and I see it a lot on Facebook. Actually, a lot of my overseas response gets responded on Facebook the most. Yeah. Okay.
Now I know we got to keep it family friendly, but the subject. What do you mean by show me? What's the emphasis on?
Show me something, man. Really isn't anything too dramatic. Where show me for me was. Show me something, like show me a good time. Like don't hold back. And that's pretty much what the video is for. It was just like, let's just have a good time. Like we don't and I woke up into a party where it was like I didn't even know it was a party about to happen, but I'm like, all right, let's have some fun then. So it's like with the Show Me Something record, it's pretty much show me a good time. And another aspect of it is just show me something as far as to the females, just come show me something. If you think you freaky or you could dance, or let's see how far you'll really take it. So that was just a different aspect of it too.
Okay, then how did the collabo with Chris Brown happen?
The collabo with Chris Brown was really like just reaching out and saying, yo, Chris, you want to work? You want me to get in the studio, or you want me to email you some records? A lot of people email records these days. So I was just like, you want to get in the studio or email? He was like, yes, book a session. We're both in LA. He doesn't live too far from where I live. So it's like my studio is not too far from the house either. So it's not too bad to just come through the studio, play a bunch of records. He played his album, and we got probably about 3 records done and just had fun, man. And I think we're in there from 8 at night till about 9 in the morning just zoning out.
That's crazy. Now, your single previously, Money and the Power, was another tune which you had on heavy rotation, was like number 1 in our top 10 chart.
That's what's
One
up.
thing which I respect about you, as a rapper, you can do your own choruses.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to have those features on there. That's a rare trait to have.
And that's the thing. I don't need them more so than I want them. More so than like whenever it's somebody on a feature, I made him get on the song, compared to, my manager, everyone else at the label, like, you should just stay on it. You should just sing it. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to sing too much more than, I like to write and get ideas across. But I think about someone else singing it when I when I demo it. I'm like, yo, somebody, Alicia Keys could sing this crazy if I sing, write it like this. And I'll get caught up with the label saying, yo, you should just sing it yourself. But, I try to just mix it up and not try to take too much of the, I try to focus more so people respect me as a lyricist at the same time, too, because I feel like that gets overlooked.
Okay, and now for the few listeners who may not have heard of you yet, could you give a brief rundown of yourself, how you got started, where you come from?
Pretty much, I come from Los Angeles, California. I got started in the production game, making a bunch, beats and working behind the scenes with a lot of different bigger producers that were getting placements. And from there, just being fed up with not working as hard as a producer and having a bundle of beats left over, I ended up just starting writing to my own stuff and released a mixtape. And from there, got this buzz just from one mixtape and one record being out. And it kind of sparked the motivation and the urge to attack it hard. And my bro DJ Ill Will linked up with me, and we got the alumni movement started. And really we just been working so far from there, me being the forefront as far the artist side, and then we have producers and videographers and different things like that. And we're just trying to keep it still lifestyle and have fun, and that's where I'm at now, just working hard in different fields.
Okay, and as you mentioned, you're from LA. There's a lot of artists lately coming from the West Coast.
Yeah,
what's your feeling towards that and the scene in the West Coast?
I feel like it's dope. It's bringing more attention to the West Coast. It's just up to those artists to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? It's artists who are getting hype and buzz off of just the West Coast being hyped and buzz, so they want to release music and do stuff. But you'll really notice those artists who work hard, and you'll be able to weed out the ones who are just in it for the hype and the lifestyle, and the ones who are really there to grind and do the real music. And that's what I'm trying to stamp.
Okay, now you're over in the UK. Have you had any chance to listen to any UK artists, any UK music?
I haven't got a big chance to listen to any UK artists as much that I did last year, but I feel like someone just mentioned the dude Gigs.
Yeah,
I heard he's a crazy spitter out here, so I want to definitely try to check some stuff out. And I'm just looking forward to working. Of course, I'm open to work with UK artists for sure, because I feel like it'll definitely not only help me work out, it'll help them too, and just be different. It doesn't really, I won't lose too much as far as I'll be in a different market, and hopefully the label won't get mad at any leaks or anything. But I definitely am always down to work. When I go overseas, sometimes I'll stop in the studio and work with different artists. And when I was in Russia last time I worked, it's always fun.
Great. So what was it like in Russia?
Russia, man, I went to Russia last year. Russia was crazy, and I had a cool experience in Russia. Did some cool studio stuff where I was working with an artist who wasn't rapping English, but I was rapping English. Okay. So it was like a different thing to get. I don't know if the song ever came out or how it turned out, because I did it while I was there, and of course that doesn't come back to the States. But it's, he was doing Russian stuff, I was doing English stuff, and then I came back in and he taught me some Russian stuff for the hook. Okay. So it was, I need to check up on that and see how that went.
You're Russian as well, yeah?
A little bit.
Now you're traveling the world now. What's the most weirdest place you've been to that you never thought you would go there and have heard of your music?
Because I did the European tour last year, which was already brand new and phenomenal to me. But when I went to Japan, I thought that was pretty different, going to Japan and not, I expected to get some type of response at my show, but it was about walking around the streets of Japan in places where it's not really predominantly hip hop and people recognizing me or just knowing, who I am just off bat. Not even just saying, you look like Chris Brown, really knowing who Kid Ink is, what I'm saying? It's different, when you really get to separate it and they don't confuse you for somebody else at first and they really know who you are off bat. It's okay.
Now what can we expect to see from Kid Ink? Because we're coming into a new year. What do you expect to see from you in
besides seeing the album come January 7th, I have a lot of different, I've been doing a lot of different TV things and different entertainment things and stuff aside from music that I'm interested in, as far as getting on TV shows and video games and getting placements on just different stuff like that. And I'm going more into the clothing line. Alumni clothing has been growing and growing, and the hats continue to always do well, but we're growing as a high fashion line and linked up with Dope Couture, and we sell everything on dope.com/alumni, and it's been growing, and I feel like it's definitely one of the next steps, but I want to always focus on the music 100% as I can.
Okay, and if you ever need any DJ models, anything, you can get a couple of things over.
Always, man. We're gonna definitely move out here. That's the next step, is getting it over here so the bootleggers stop getting us. There's bootleggers out here getting our hats.
Too many. And now I know you got loads of things to do. You're a busy guy. Got loads of busy schedule. So I'm going to leave you with this last question. As we are a community station in Birmingham, which is the second city in the UK. Because I know you've been there.
Yeah, I know.
I saw that footage of you in tour. Crazy.
Yeah, man.
But could you give any advice to any upcoming singers, rappers, songwriters based on your own experiences?
My advice, man, is really to... It's so many different things I could say as far as advice and motivation, but my biggest things are always, it's your job. So what I'm saying, you have to treat it like your job. You have to really work at music like it's your 9 to 5, and wake up in the morning and know that that's what you have to think about first. Just as if you had a job that started at 9 o'clock in the morning and you had to be there on time, you have to be on time with your music, and really think about it like that if you want to be 100% and work and be consistent. And one of my biggest things is, find that artist or that producer or writer that you compare yourself to, or that motivates you or you're inspired by, and do more. If they release a video, you should release a video and then release another one right after. If they release a song, you should release a song. If they do this, you should do that too, and try to just do it better, because that's who you obviously molding yourself after, and who motivates you. So, if you want to work and be better, then you should just work to be better and try to do more.
Okay, well, that has been Kid Ink. This is Smooth Fuego on New Star Radio 98.7 FM. Would you like to tell the New Star Radio listeners, Smooth Fuego TV watchers, where they can keep up to date with you, your social networks, everything about your clothing line, iTunes, website, everything, and then introduce your track, Show Me, which we'll get straight into.
Yeah, man. So definitely make sure you check me out on Twitter, Kid_Ink, Instagram, Kid Ink Back Gang. I know all my overseas fans love me on Facebook, Official Kid Ink, so /Official Kid Ink. And if you want to see what city I'm coming to next for shows, kiddingmusic.com. besides that, man, I gotta run y'all with my single featuring Chris Brown, produced by DJ Mustard, Show Me. Officially, man, we gotta have some big parties out here to that. Let's get it.